Hi guys, this is the alternative paper series. I am Jamain Hatton. This is the second part video to the alternative series. If you haven't listened to the introduction, a link will be in the description there to that introduction. Get the introduction information and then we'll come back to this video and we can understand fully why this paper 3 is, okay? Good, let's go into it. I apologize in advance for the roosters you will hear throughout this video. I am trying to get this done before I leave home for a very busy day, and the roosters are now waking up, so my apologies in advance. So I said to you that CXC can give you 3 extracts, 3 pieces that require you to generally have an issue addressed or issue identified. They can give you an editorial, they can give you a poem, they can give you lyrics to a song. Here I have an editorial, and it starts by saying it was triggered weeks ago when 2 female students wearing their natural hair posted pictures on Facebook complaining that their principal expressed disapproval of their hairstyles. In an interview with this newspaper, the principal said her only edict, which she indicated clearly to the students, was that they need to be neat in their uniforms and certain hairstyles were not appropriate for classes. Well, hmm, interesting. So there is a need to conform to rules, yes, definitely. But sometimes natural hair cannot be contained. Some persons might want to say that you have to be neat. Yeah, I agree. But who's to say that my afro is not neat? I hope you get what I'm saying. So the CXC exam brilliantly allows you to express yourselves, and I wish I had written the exam at this time, but I didn't. And here you have a beautiful opportunity to write and enjoy this exam. So you have the first issue here being presented in the form of an editorial. And what is the issue? The issue here is, of course, the need to conform to rules, but it can also be taken differently. Pause this, go through the extract, understand what the issue is, and then you move on. Now, I am not my hair. I am not my hair. That's a very nice one. I like it. I'll read the paragraph here. I am not my hair. I am not my skin. I am not your expectations. No, no. I am not my hair. I am not my skin. I am a soul that lives within. Beautiful poem. You go ahead. Read through this. Have an understanding of what the issue is. The person is giving you the idea that they are more than just their jerry curl. They are more than just the relaxer. They are more than just the fabric or the texture on their head. Then we have a poem here, Resilience. Perfectly patterned particles push perpetually, emerging, emancipated, elated, enthusiastic. Oh boy, that's wonderful. So there you have that there. So go ahead, read through this, enjoy it, and let's move to the questions. So there will be 3 questions. The first 2 questions will be short answered questions. So we have an example of that here. The first one is saying outline the main issue addressed in each text. The text would be what they gave you, the 3 pieces they gave you above or before this. And you have to say what the issue is, the main issue. They're not asking you what the thing is about. They're asking you what the main issue in the thing is. All right, so go ahead. You have to read carefully, understand what the issue is, and write what the issue is in those 4 lines. And that those 4 lines are for all of the pieces. So you have to summarize that well. What's the main issue? The main issue wouldn't take more than a line in each. All right, so go ahead and answer that. I will have sample answers to this at the back of this video or later on in this video. Pause this, make a scribble of what you think the main issue is, and then you can check this with what I have at the back of this video or later on in this video. For any one text given, assess the appropriateness of the medium of choice of communicating the specific issue. So the first one was the editorial with the principal. Do you think that was a good way of communicating the issue? Do you think that was appropriate in the sense of, was there repetition? Was there any rhythm? Was there a particular style that made the issue known? Was it easy to understand because of the repetition? Was it easy to understand because of the uh, choice of words? Was the were the words too difficult for you to comprehend? All of that would lead to the appropriateness, and you write that freely there. Here, you would be expected to do something like say what the device is. So, device in terms of alliteration, was there repetition? That can also be a language technique. Was there similes, were there personification? So they're asking you in two of the texts given, choose one language technique used to explain the effectiveness. So if there's alliteration, if there is assonance, how did that make you understand the text? You can say something like, there was a nice rhythm to it, which made learning easy, something to do with that. Then we have this here. Three features that distinguish an oral presentation from a written one. And this is going to come. This is going to come. So you have to listen to the end of this video to get an example of what the question would be requiring you to put down there. And then you have to write 3 points to support an oral presentation. Good. 3 features of the presentation, 3 features of the group that this presentation is likely going to be given to. You go ahead and give those 3 there. Again, later on in this video, you will have examples of what I expect of you to write, or what CXC expects of you to write there. The third question is going to be an open response. In the third question, you will have line spaces and you will write your response to one issue you pointed out, or so to one feeling that you have of what the bigger issue is. And you're going to be assessed based on the relevance to the content. You have to be relevant, and your organization of ideas, your creativity, your word choice. You have to use the appropriate words. The effective use of language, unique voice or style. When I say voice, they don't actually mean you having your voice, but the way you use your words. All right. So here's a line space for you to enter that response to the third question. They will give you 2 pages at least, and 2 pages will be sufficient to have a good response. Be creative. You can write a poem, you can write a prose, you can write a small dramatic piece, but you have to address the issue of what you have presented or what you've been given. Good. So I have some model answers now for you based on those same questions we just looked through. The first one starts with saying that the 3 pieces dealt with varying perspectives of the same issue of wearing natural hair. Go ahead, pause this, read through this, understand what you're expected to write. Post your questions down below, and I'll address the main issues you have there, probably in the comment section or in another video. Pause this, read through it. Go ahead and read through this. And then we have the features between oral presentation and written presentation. I want to go through this with you because this will definitely come. In an oral presentation, the speaker can take cues from the audience and adjust the message. Indeed. So the audience can be worried or the audience can be confused. And with an oral presentation, you can see that confusion in their faces and adjust the message, or you can correct some error that you have given or you have made. And you can respond to clarifications, you can respond to questions. When you've written a piece, you can do that. All right. You can use your voice. You can raise your voice. You can drop your voice. You can get serious with your voice. You can get jokingly with your voice. And all of that intonation would help to improve your effect of the message. With a written piece, you can do that. So the oral presentation is really good. Really, really good presentation. You can pause this, read through the others. And then 3 features of the group to which the presentation is going to be given. I'm suggesting here it's going to be females, 5th form students about 16 years old, and it's a self-love seminar. You can say it's an, I don't know, what can you say? You can say it's a cosmetology class. You can say it's a self-esteem class. I don't know what you can say. But it's 3 features generally of the group. Is the group going to be all males? Is the group going to be all females? Is it going to be between the ages of 10 to 12? It is going to be between the ages of 20 to 21. 3 features. Be creative. And again, there is the second response, the third response rather, and you can use a drama, poetry, lyrics to a song, or prose. Be creative in that response. It's 15 marks total. The entire paper is worth 45 marks, and you have 2 hours to get all of it done. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was helpful, go ahead and give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Let me know how you feel about it. And again, my apologies for the rooster in the background. Goodbye. Thank you very much for listening.